This is Iran. Until 1935, it was known as Persia. Even 1,000 years ago, Iran's map looked almost the same. The reason is that Iran is surrounded by natural borders. Crossing these and conquering the whole of Iran is almost impossible. From the Roman Empire to the Turks, Arabs, Mongols, Russia, the United States, and even Britain, all attempted to conquer Iran. But none of them ever managed to take complete control of the country. To the north of Iran lie the Caspian Sea, Azerbaijan, Armenia, and Turkmenistan. To the west are Iraq and Turkey. To the east are Afghanistan and Pakistan. And to the south are the Persian Gulf and the Gulf of Oman. These borders have turned Iran into a natural fortress. Moreover, the Strait of Hormuz, one of the world's most important oil export routes, is under Iran's control. You might think this is not such a big difference, but this natural fortress is stronger than even the Great Wall of China. Iran's northern wall is formed by the Alborz Mountains and the Caspian Sea, and the surrounding countries there are all landlocked. To the west lie the Zagros Mountains, separating Iran from Iraq and the Arab lands of the Middle East. To the east are vast deserts and mountain ranges that form borders with Pakistan and Afghanistan. During the U.S. military deployment in Afghanistan, they planned attacks on Iran. But the United States could not break through this protective wall to strike Iran. Inside Iran lie two of the world's driest deserts, Dasht-e-Khanir and Dasht-e-Lut, which are extremely difficult for enemies to cross. All these geographical shields have made Iran's geography even stronger. Although Iran is counted as a Middle Eastern country, its history, heritage, and culture have little in common with the Middle East. Iran's former name was Persia, one of the most powerful civilizations in the world. Its geographical protection gave it the status of one of the longest-lasting civilizations on Earth. In 1979, Iraq's leader Saddam Hussein, along with his ally America and several Sunni countries of the Middle East, launched a war to conquer Iran. Within a short time, he captured the oil-rich southern parts of the Zagros region. But after 10 years of war and 500,000 deaths, Saddam's forces failed to capture even a single part of Iran. Although most Middle Eastern countries and the United States supported Iraq in that war, Iran's main weapon was the Zagros Mountains. The small entrance from the Gulf of Oman to the Persian Gulf is the Strait of Hormuz. This is fully controlled by Iran. Through this, Iran presents itself as an important player in world politics because on average 17 million barrels of oil pass through this strait every day, supplying about 35% of the world's seaborne oil. Iran has formed Shia militia groups among Shia Muslims in nearly every Middle Eastern country. You have surely heard of the Houthi rebels in Yemen. The Houthis receive weapons and funding from Iran. Ships must pass through Bab el-Mandeb to enter the Suez Canal. Therefore, fearing the Houthis and Iran, 15 countries have established military bases in Djibouti on the opposite side of Yemen to protect their cargo. You surely know about Hezbollah, the militia group in Lebanon. It is also fully controlled by Iran. In this way, wherever Shia Muslims live in the Middle East, Iran targets them and forms militia groups. Until recently, the Syrian dictator Bashar al-Assad was Iran's biggest strength. Through Iraq, Iran used Syria to send weapons to Hezbollah in Lebanon and Hamas in Palestine. But after the fall of Bashar al-Assad, Iran has been forced to retreat somewhat. Despite Iran's geographical protection, it also possesses vast natural oil reserves. Iran holds the world's third largest proven oil reserves. Although these reserves have long been under sanctions from the United States and its Western allies, the revenue Iran earns from oil is not used for its development. Instead, it spends this money on importing weapons and strengthening its military sectors. Then, those weapons are sent to militia groups across the Middle East. In this way, Iran's economy has been completely damaged. One could say Iran's wealth has become the root of its greatest problems. The ongoing wars across the Middle East have pushed Iran's internal problems to extreme levels. Recently, Israel entered Iran and carried out precise operations destroying parts of its air defense system. Revolutionary Guard officers, military leaders, and civilians were killed. Israel also struck Iran's nuclear facilities with precision, and at least 5 nuclear scientists were killed. Israel has been planning these operations for 30 years. Since conquering Iran by land is nearly impossible, Israel exploited Iran's weaker air defenses. This conflict is changing the old equations of the Middle East. Some even describe it as the beginning of World War III. Friends, Iran claims itself to be the only superpower in the Middle East. This has been made possible solely because of its geographical position and natural resources. In the current Iran-Israel conflict, what do you think is Iran's biggest weapon? Let us know in the comments and stay with us. Thanks.